The glamorous life of Kim Kardashian got a bit gruesome on the penultimate season 5 episode of Hulu's The Kardashians. The 43-year-old reality star revealed that she sliced the top part of her left middle finger off in a bizarre bathroom accident. Kim was seen entering a posh medical office as we see 2 fingers on her left hand are bandaged up. After she poked fun at beef with sister Kourtney, "What happened to your fingers?" a producer asks. Kim responds while walking, "My big sliding door to my bathroom that opens up and you see the whole window in my bathroom. I was shutting it and there was no latch, so you have to pull the inside of the mechanics out. So I pulled them out like this," she says, demonstrating that she used her index and middle fingers of her left hand to pull the door out. "Usually I just stop it with my hand, but I pulled it really hard and then Saint ran in with chips and I am like, it's 8:30 at night. No chips. And then it went boom. And I was like, I literally looked at my hand and fell to the ground." They post a title card that reads, "Warning. Graphic images in 3, 2, 1, before showing a snap of Kim's left hand, with the top of her middle finger cut off, bloodied and bruised. Kim adds in confession, "And I just grabbed the table and got on my knees cause I just saw all this blood and it was like my bone sticking out a little bit, and I was just like, get me help. I was just like, I need ice." She's seen going into a lush medical office as she adds in confession, "I didn't scream, I didn't anything, I was just like, help." She tells the receptionist, 2 of them, "Yeah, they're both broken," continuing in confession, "I literally just couldn't do anything but freeze. You can't even describe the pain but your whole body goes in shock. It was more painful than childbirth." Kim explains to the receptionist, the tip broke off, so it's like a floating piece, as they show the X-ray image of a floating piece of bone in her finger. "I know, I wanted to die and he's like, it's a possibility your nail will never grow back, and I was like, oh come on. Come on, I am gonna invent a nail implant." They show a close-up of her middle finger which has a small splint on it as a producer asks, "Is hyperbaric helping?" "I think so. I did 4 hours yesterday, but who has time," Kim says, as they show flashback to her getting in a hyperbaric chamber. She tells the employee, it's as she shows her a gruesome photo as the employee suggests, "Can we go to 2? 4? That's the higher pressure." Kim agrees and climbs inside the hyperbaric chamber and puts an oxygen mask on, before it flashes back to Kim seeing the doctor. The doctor takes off the splint, as we see the finger, the top completely cut off with dried blackened blood all around it. "That looks great," exclaims plastic surgeon Dr. John Lakey, as a shocked Kim says, "You think that looks great?" "I do, because a lot of that is just a little bit of dried blood and some oozing," he explains, as Kim asks, "Is it gonna hurt?" "No, not at all," Dr. Lakey insists, as Kim asks, "Are you sure?" He adds, "That's the good part about peroxide," as he cleans up the finger. "I just want to be sure that I will not need this amputated," Kim asks as Dr. Lakey says, "You will not, 100%, as Kim breathes a sigh of relief. "You know what came to mind?" Kim asks, as she pulls up a photo from her phone, a poster from the 2004 horror sequel Saw 2 that features 2 gruesome severed fingers. "That's so great," Dr. Lakey says, adding, "Listen, I think you dodged a bullet. It could have been really bad," as he wraps both her index and middle fingers together. Kim exits the doctor's office, insisting, "I am not gonna be slowed down. I would give you the middle finger but I don't have one." The episode begins with Khloe walking up to Kris' house, who's relaxing on the couch in her red pajamas. "I am visiting my mom today. She's recovering from her procedure, just to make sure she's good and in high spirits," Khloe says in confession. Chris tells Chloe and Corey gamble, I had a nurse come over today and tell me that I could either have my pain pill or a martini. I know which one you picked. That martini is wild, Chloe says, as Chris laughs and says, I know, as Scott Disick arrives with a gift, asking Chris, how are you feeling? I am feeling good, Chris tells him as he gives her a kiss on the cheek. As Chris continues in confession, I am done with my surgery and I feel great. I feel good. I am a bit swollen, I am a bit sore, but good. Chris tells everyone in her living room, I just got a call this afternoon that said the little tumor was benign. As Corey asks, why didn't you tell me? Nice to hear, glad it came.